there's leaks all over the place. Simple little caulking around at your registers and things like that make a big difference. And then you can schedule an in-home energy evaluation. Today is the next thing that you can click on and learn more about it. But I know that Jeff is really trying to, since Farragut has, particular like the Village Green, Fox Den, even all of the subdivisions that you live in, that all of you live in, you think of your houses as not being that old, but in reality, they really don't have that good of insulation. Like Steve said, it really isn't adequate. And part of the in-home energy evaluation, there is a charge to that, but if you do choose to make changes, they will give you your money back, kind of. It's a rebate thing, which I don't completely understand. But I would recommend everybody getting on that website and just kind of looking into it, because it will make a huge difference if you go back and retrofit your house, because I know that we as we've done different things at our house, we can tell a big difference. So, since this ordinance only applies to new construction, the idea is to also retrofit existing construction.
We appreciate what you guys have done for us, for our town. We appreciate, and Ruth too.
Town administrators report.
Thank you, Mayor. Your work as graphic designers is not quite finished this evening. Before the board meeting started, I passed out to everyone a copy of the Shop Farragut campaign that we're working on for this Christmas season. The EDC, the Economic Development Committee, has worked diligently on trying to give some great ideas on what they'd like to see as part of the final Shop Farragut logo that we're going to use for this year. Before you, you have 3 different logos. They're all very, very similar. If you'd focus on the O in shop, you're going to see 3 different designs. The first one is obviously the regular O, like you would normally see. The next version has a picture or inset of the Admiral Farragut's head as pictured in the as part of our town seal. And the third one is the same concept, just a little bit different, with the Admiral's profile in there. I think when you look at those, this is in a pretty blown up version before you. There are also smaller versions, which is what you're going to see in most of the print advertising that we do. When we put it in the newspaper, we put it in different media places. The words get jumbled and get very small, and it could be difficult to see tell what the O is versus the Admiral's profile. So I wanted to bring these before you just to get your feedback and see what the aldermen would prefer. But we need to work on this and go ahead and get it out, because it is getting close to time to have that ready to go for advertising purposes. I'll be trying to helpful to ask any questions or answer any questions that I can.
Is there a recommendation?
The EDC liked this concept, the O, the shop Farragut concept, and I think there was a couple of different opinions regarding the profile or not to have the profile. Again, it was just kind of up in the air which one you thought had a better feel and it could actually see. I think obviously it is kind of difficult to see the profile in the smaller shots, but when it's blown up, you can see it pretty well.
I thought that the Admiral's head was kind of a cute idea until I realized, you know, that like you were saying, that if a lot of folks are using the smaller logo, it does kind of makes you wonder, is it shop? Is it, you know, ship? Is it, what is it? But I think the shop definitely jumps out a lot at you with the smaller logo with the O and not the head floating in there.
I would agree with Jeff on that. Yeah, if they were going to be bigger, I think it would be great, because it's unique. But if they're going to be small like that, then I think we need to leave it as it shows in version 3, option 1.
Okay. Well, we will work on that and get that out here very shortly to our graphic designer and make sure it's ready for this year's Shop Farragut program, which we are getting applications in. And if anybody is watching this tonight and wants to fill out an application and turn it in, we have them online out at townoffarragut.org, and we also have them up front at the receptionist desk. And that's all I have tonight, Mayor.
Okay. Thank you. Associate Town Administrator's report.
Nothing tonight, Mayor.
All right. Engineer's report.
I have nothing tonight.
All right. Recorder's report.
I have 2 invoices for you tonight. The first one's Greenback Asphalt for $215,298.59. The second is Christopoulos and Kennedy for $503,404.14.
Well, I move approval.
I'll-
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Last item.
Before you say it, there will be no executive session tonight, and I have nothing further to report.
All right.
Tom, before we adjourn, one of your comments just prompts me to sort of revisit the issue in a different light, and that is back to this notion that postponing a decision on this proposed rezoning, north of the highway was not considered acceptable because we needed to go ahead and enforce the ordinances we have in place more aggressively than that. So that brings me to the sign at the Pilot gas station, which has been out of compliance for I don't know how many years. I mean, by the same logic, I mean, are we not being aggressive enough in enforcing our ordinances in that situation?
We filed a lawsuit. The lawsuit is pending. The signs, if you'll just wait just another week or two, is about to come down.
Another week or two.
Yeah. I think we've about got it worked out, but they're going to remove it voluntarily as soon as they have a separate sign that complies.
Well, that's
And-
the best outcome of all.
Yeah,
just took
and
a
we
while.
saved a lot of money.
Yeah, but just out of curiosity, though, I mean, when was the initial action taken?
I don't recall.
It's been that long.
Well, that, yeah, that's a good point. But if you had asked me if it had happened last year, I wouldn't have recalled either, I'm afraid. It's getting that bad. But it has been a while. And, well,
Does this have to do with
Nothing further.
the wheels of justice?
not really. It could have, if you're willing to invest the money, you can drive and force things as fast as you wish to do it. Yeah. Now, there's limits on how fast you can go, but certainly this one could have gone a lot faster if there weren't other things to be done and if we were willing to put the resources to it that we've allocated other places. But, that's just the fact. I think the outcome is a good outcome. The expense has been really a small fraction of what it had been had we done it that way. And the thought has always been that eventually that sign would come down. And that's what's going to happen.
Thank you.
Well, with that, I think we are adjourned. Thank you.